Hello, everyone. How are we all doing this week? Not the face you expected to see. It was rather an abrupt decision on the Lord's end, but it was decided that this week shall be my week. Yes, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, Ronald. Do you know that's not actually my full name? I mean, it can be if you'd like it to be, but I have a different name. Different full name. Also, hello, Red Rodine. Hi, I hope you're having a good day. Well, I am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my god, Leon. Hello, it's so nice to see you. Yes, hello, Dingbat. Hello, Talio. How are we all doing on this lovely day? These days are actually quite peaceful. It's almost actually rather boring. Not a lot of things going on. Well, actually, there have been some interesting things happening, but this is going to be a calmer change of pace. Yes, it will. It shall be a lot more peaceful. I wonder which you'll prefer. Will you prefer my energy, or will you miss the Lord's the Lord's loud screeching? You're the fabled Lady Ron. I am. It's nice to meet your acquaintance. Yes, I'm hoping this week things will be interesting. An interesting change of pace. You can tell me which it is that you prefer. But big things happening this week. Big things happening this week. As I'm sure that you saw in the schedule, I have a collab scheduled for this Sunday at midnight, which shall be quite fun. I'm quite enthusiastic and eagerly awaiting it. I did enjoy flustering the Lord. Oh, well, you know, maybe if you put in a little bit of effort. Why settle for one? Now, as for today, the topic is just chatting. I might. Oh, I do look forward to seeing your endeavors. Now, the topic for today is just chatting, but I'll be totally honest. I put no thought into what we would discuss today. However, I have an assortment of activities that we could possibly do whilst we are here and gathered together on this day. As Dingbat, so what would the word be? Perceptively noticed, yes. So perceptively noticed, I was in fact sweeping the mines before the stream started. I forgot to turn off the internet audio before we began. So I was caught on what I do before the stream starts. But even then, before that, I was actually reviewing a song that I need to practice for my vocal lessons tonight. So that was also something I was working on. And on that note, I can tell you a bit about that. That my vocal coach, I think that she despises this song. I requested it, and I think she hates it. The song I am speaking of is Show by Ado. And when I presented it to her, she was at first excited because she was thinking, oh, this sounds like a very fun song. It sounds like K-pop. And then when we actually started it, I don't think she likes this song. Or rather, I think she thinks it's too difficult for me. Which is fair. It's fair. It's a very difficult song. I'm doing my best, though, to try to make up for the failings I have with it. As my biggest weakness that I have as a musician is I have a terrible sense of rhythm. This comes from someone who plays rhythm games. I have a terrible sense of rhythm. You would hear a syncopated rhythm that's supposed to be like ba 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 ba, and I will simple it down to just ba 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 ba. It's just all quarter notes instead of quarter note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note. For those who don't know music, this might be difficult for you to understand, but I have a terrible sense of rhythm. I have a terrible, terrible sense of rhythm. I play rhythm games as though they are QTEs. I simply react to what I see on screen. I don't have a sense of rhythm. I'm trying to work on that though, because it's becoming glaringly obvious that that's a weakness of mine. Aren't they, in a way? This is true, they are a little bit of a QTE, especially for my favorite rhythm game that I like to play routinely. It is quite literally a beat 'em up style game, but rhythm. So, and if you don't know the music, it is QTE to a certain extent. You know, we can actually, this is a topic that we can delve into. I will actually, in fact, bring up the aforementioned game and I can show you the difference instead of simply just speaking vaguely about things. I'll move myself. Actually, I don't want to move. Yes, this is good. Actually, I think I need to just simply be on a different screen. Now I'm gone. I'm gone. Don't worry, I'll be back. No PowerPoint presentation. Oh, that would be good. But if I have the means to actually show you an example, why would I not just simply show you an example? I've never heard this song before. So, I shall show you. Let's see. What is it that I was trying to show you? Now I have to wonder. Oh, yes, I was showing you the difference in rhythm. Yes. We'll do it on a more easy map, I suppose. And something that's like a little bit of a complicated rhythm. This one is not quite... Okay, we are in streaming mode. Okay, my bad. My bad. I have to actually look up streamer-friendly music. Bouncing. What the hell is this? Well, I can't listen to it anyway. I cannot listen to it anyway. You'll do the song. It's very low difficulty, but we can discuss what the difference in rhythms are. Alright. And low difficulty will make it easier for me to talk. So right now, this is a very simple 4 count. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Like so. So that is a simple common time count. Oh, I'm playing a character that is going to die. Alright. So that's a simple common time count, which is very, very easy to count. Anyone can count that, no matter how little musical training you have. Anyone can be able to do that easily enough. But we want to find something that's a little bit more difficult, where it becomes far more of a pain to count it. And that therein is where the problem lies. I need to find a song I'm a little bit familiar with, though. I'm really struggling to find songs that I actually know. A difficult song, please. Something that's not blocked on streaming mode, God. Lady Ron, anyone can't count to 4. Milk is tricky. Milk is blocked by streaming mode, so I can't play it. Anyone can count to 4 is what I meant to say. My bad. I apologize. Let me go back to favorites really quick and look for a song that's... Well, this is Dempa. This should be difficult enough. Let me change the character so they won't just die. Oh, I didn't realize a pirate character now. We'll pick her. Valve Corporation can't even count to 3. Zoink Zig, I can't believe you made a separate account. I'm flattered. Thank you for the follow. This is true. Milk is good for your body, makes your skeleton strong and healthy. This is true, but it's also blocked because I'm a streamer. Only Monster Bulls or Red Bulls allowed. Monster Bulls, yes. The hellish fusion, that is Monster Energy and Red Bull. So this is going to be difficult to count. So far we're at a simple 4 count. And now I cannot count this. This is too difficult for me. I cannot in a... Oh, my character did not switch. Oh, so let's just simply die again. That's amazing. There we are. No gimmick would stop me from seeing you. I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you care so much. So anyway, this was, it was still, even though it was still in common time, as you can see, the notes itself were just much more difficult. The notes itself were just much more difficult. So instead of simply being every 4 count, such as 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, actually a PowerPoint presentation will be useful in this regard. I'll simply draw sheet music. I'll simply draw sheet music for you. Here we are. Let me go back over here, and then let me also open up my favorite application in the world, MS Paint. Here we are. We'll go ahead and draw ourselves a staff. So because we're speaking of music that is in 4/4 time, of course we'll have to do that. I forget. It's been a little bit since I've read sheet music. I believe that it's 4 lines. Let me double. Your music to my ears, my lady. Oh, thank you. Your flattery will get you nowhere, though. Let me see. I believe it's 4 lines on a measure, but I have to double check. Yes. Yes, I did this correctly. Thank God. I thought I was making myself look a fool. Thank God. Question. Yes, I will try to have an answer. How do I backseat just chatting? If you try your hardest, I'm sure you can think of something. If you try, I'm sure you can think of something. So anyhow, we are in 4/4 time, and I thought Rien was bad. How so? How so? Am I getting flustered? What do you mean? What is it that you're speaking of? Explain. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. Why doesn't Ron have a hat? Got that nervous debut energy. Me? Me? Well, I suppose this is the first week in which I am getting to stream by myself. So I suppose that, yes, I am a little bit nervous. I didn't think it was apparent. Also, I don't have a hat, but I suppose I could... Could VTube Studio give me a hat? Are there hats in VTube Studio? Cat ear. I could have cat. Oh, I could have a hat. There we are. You can drag, rotate. The back layer of the hat is not correct. This is simply not correct. It's also not moving the way that God intended. What is this? What is this? I wanted a cute hat. How do I get this to work? How do I get this to work? It's just... This is not how hats work. This is not how hats work. Oh, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Like, this is not how one wears a hat. Remove items from scene. There we go. There's a baseball cap. There we are. It's hideous. It's absolutely hideous. It also does not want to stay on my head correctly. It's like... It's like so stupid. This is also not... This is not how you wear a hat. This is also not how you... I love you, Lady Ron, but this ain't it. I'm inclined to agree. This is not how one wears a hat. I'm taking it off. This looks terrible. Well, anyway, I was showing you music. I hate you and... Well, I didn't realize that you hated me. I simply just preferred the Lord. I'm indifferent and like... Well, if that's the way it is, then who am I to say that if 3 people all feel the same way? No, you're pioneering new hat fashion. Thank you, Cabbage Kai, but I'd hate kiss-ups. Let me move myself over. We're getting distracted about hats. We were supposed to be talking about music. Music. Alright, we are talking about music. Alright. So, quarter notes. Yes, we are talking about quarter notes. So, as you can see, in music, this is a quarter note. Music about hats. I suppose there could be. There definitely is music about hats, but this is not related to hats. No, this is not related to hats. No, this is simply I hope you use this information to write music about hats. I hope you do. How about that? I will support your artistic endeavors, whatever cursed purposes you view them suitable for. So this is a quarter note. And in those rhythm game maps we were just playing, when you have quarter notes, they would appear on sheet music as such. The placement right now in regards to where it is on the line does not matter, because it doesn't matter. We're only focused on the rhythms right now, which theoretically speaking, actually in music, if you were only showing just like percussion that doesn't have a note, for example, it would actually appear as such. They should use X's to show that it has no note. It's simply just percussion. That's how you would show like clapping in sheet music as well. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. It's simply this. A simple 1, 2, 3, 4 beat would appear as such. However, that's true. I used to play the drums. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. So good. I'm not speaking out of my ass. That's lovely. There's different notes for different instruments. I'm not necessarily, but you're not on the wrong track, because different instruments do not use necessarily different notes, but they use different clefs to dictate the range in which of notes that they can play. For example, we're getting ahead of ourselves here, but say we are playing this on like the violin. The violin is in treble clef. Oh, this looks terrible. I apologize. I know how to draw a treble clef. I swear to God, I had to practice how to draw. There we go. That's it. That's a treble clef. It looks awful because it's all in the corner over here, but I'm trying to redraw this so many times, seeing if I can draw it better, and then I simply make it look worse. That's the best one I've gotten so far. Treble clef. This would be dictates what you would see if you were playing a violin. If you're playing an accursed instrument like the viola, you use alto clef. I believe it looks like this. I don't remember. I don't play the viola. And if you were playing something like the piano, you would see treble clef, but then also a lower clef as well, which is, I think that's, no, bass clef, which is to distinguish. Treble clef is the highest, alto clef is the middle, and treble clef is the lowest. So if you were playing a piano, you would have treble clef to dictate the part that you play with your right hand, and bass clef dictates the part you play with your left hand. Yes. Now, so back to rhythm, as this was the topic of discussion, but I enjoy being able to explain these things. Feel free to continue asking questions if you have any. So as for rhythm, over here, these are quarter notes, which there are also different types of notes to dictate different measures of time. Also, bear in mind here that we have these fours because we are showing that we are in common time, which basically, to explain that, this is what you would call a time signature. This dictates how many whole notes or how many quarter notes are in a beat, or how many notes are yes, how many quarter notes are in a beat. So because we have 4 here, if we were writing this as actual sheet music, you would have a line break here to start another stanza where you can have another 4, and this is technically a fraction, so you would have 4 over 4. Yes. Well, this is very cool. Thank you. Will there be a test on this? There can be. I can quiz you if you would like. But 4/4 is called common time because it is the one that you will see the most often. But there are also different time signatures like 3/4 time, 2/4 time, 2/16 time. You can even have like 4/32. It's you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. You can do all sorts of crazy things with time signatures. Not gonna lie, I zoned out. When's the test? Well, I already can tell you then you will fail. You will fail this test. You are not paying attention. You should be taking notes because we are also speaking of notes. Pay attention. All right, time signatures. These are time signatures. And now, class, tell me, what is 4/4 time also called again? I literally said this 1 minute ago. What is 4/4 time also known as? I'm failing tests. I never love school, it seems. I'm disappointed. I literally mentioned this. I quite literally mentioned this, not even... Chat, please. Chat. What is 4/4 time? It is used the most... Begins with a C. It begins with... Yes! Common! Good job, Cabbage Kai. It is the most common. So it is common time. Yes, good job, good job, good job. Now, as we've established, 4/4. You can rewind. Yes, this is true. You can rewind. But have a little honor, alright? So 4/4 time. These are quarter notes. Each one represents one beat. We also can have a whole note, which a whole note represents the whole measure. But for our sake, we'll say a whole note represents 4 beats. because depending on the time signature, a whole note does not necessarily mean 4 beats, it simply means the whole measure. But for simplicity's sake, a whole note represents 4 beats. Then you also have half note. Half note represents, guess what? Half of a whole measure. It represents 2 beats. And then we have our quarter note, which represents 1 beat. So as you can see, 4, 2, 1. Where this gets tricky though, is that now you also have an 8th note. This represents half of a beat. So, the way that things work in 4/4 time is you see that we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where this gets tricky, however, is that I could make this an 8th note. So now it is half of a beat and 3 notes. But mathematically speaking, and I'm sure we all understand the basics of math, 3 plus 1/2 is only 3.5. That does not equal 4. That is not a complete measure. So you would need to add another 8th note, which would connect like this, by the way, visually on sheet. You would need to add an 8th note. And now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we understand our math? Yes, 3.5. Yes, good job. Good job. We know math better than music. I'm proud. I'm very proud. So, if we were to listen to this, this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although we would not technically want to count it as such because then that gets tricky. Typically, whenever you're counting in music and you see 8th notes like this, you would count it as 1 and 2, 3, 4. Understand? Because it's kind of understood that the and is like half of the beat. 1 and 2, 3, 4. But you can do this in a very tricky way that makes it so that this is actually painful. Is that you can have notes be like, instead of having it just like so, you can have it be like this. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it sucks. And I didn't even count it properly. And why is that? Because I'm bad at rhythm. And because you said that you used to play drumsticks, I'm sure that you are much better at rhythm than I am. I played the violin. I don't know rhythm. I just play the melody and I just copy what I hear with my bad ears. I don't have to think that hard. And you can also imagine I wasn't very good at the violin either. It has been a while, not gonna lie. I understand. It's also been quite a while since I've also played the violin. And then I have a piano as well. Or rather, I should say a keyboard. But, I was never formally trained in how to play the piano. I self-taught. That's also how I learned how to read sheet music. I would simply print out the sheet music for Vocaloid songs online. And then taught myself sheet music. And then I also taught myself piano, but I'm not very good at it either. I want to learn to play the guitar. Well, I cannot help you there because I have only knowledge of the barest basics of guitar. I barely consider myself knowing how to play it. Also, I struggle because my hands are very small. Violin stream sometime. If all you want to listen to is hot cross buns, sure, I can play the violin for you. You know, actually, I'm thinking, because I actually do know where my violin is, and I could fetch it right now. But I'm also terrified to open it up and see what shape it's in. Oh. No, I shouldn't play it. I shouldn't play it. I will prepare first. I'll learn some songs so that way I'll be able to play them for you. As opposed to pulling it out right now and then quite literally only being able to play Hot Cross Buns. So, we'll put a pin in that, but we'll come back to it later. I think it could be fun, and it would be good to be able to get back into music again. Since the only thing I'm doing right now is just vocals work. But yes, so these are the basics of sheet music. However, if you thought that just this half note here, which I did not realize I was blocking it. I'll make myself a little. Yes, so. Let me scooch everything more so you can see it. If you thought that a half note was the worst that it gets, or rather an eighth note is the worst that it gets worse. It gets worse. Quarter note, yes. Quarter note, eighth note. It gets worse. You can just continue sticking flags on this. You could just keep sticking flags on this, and these are completely valid notes. These are completely valid. You can just keep going. You can just keep going. You can just keep going. Quite literally, there's no end to how fast you could make a note if you so wanted to. And now that makes me very curious to look at if there's sheet music for the song The Disappearance of Hatsune Miku to see what that looks like. Disappearance of Hatsune Miku sheet music. How many flags are on the fast notes in that song? Well, I'll go ahead and pull it up for you to see here. So, I'm not practicing anything. What do you mean I have a streak? There's a thing in the corner that's like, oh, congratulations for practicing music today. I'm not playing anything. Don't give me credit. So, let's listen to this and see. So to go over this as well, you can see there's different musical terms as well. Andate and prestissimo, which are notes and dictations for how fast to be playing each piece. The prestissimo is really doing the heavy lifting in terms of how fast that this is. The prestissimo is really doing the heavy lifting of being like, this is fast. You know what? That's fair though. That is fair. From 0 to 100 really quick. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, it is actually, in fact, only eighth notes. Which makes sense. Because as I was thinking of it in my head, it actually wasn't that fast. But, again, that's now something that we can talk about, is prestissimo and andate. Andate means slow. Prestissimo means very fast. These are words in Italian, by the way, because Italian is the language of music. I took it in high school. Also because French was not available. So yes, also you'll see that there's this tiny P right here as well, and then we also have an F right here too. This P stands for piano, which means soft. This is to distinguish what the volume is that you should be playing the piece at. And F is for forte, which means loud. So simply, we want to play our beginning here. That means slowly and softly. Whereas over here, we want to play this very quickly and loud. Do we understand? Do we understand? Oh, these are, what on earth is this? What are all these rolls? What are all these rolls? Also, another thing, now that we're looking at real sheet music, I can distinguish this to you as well. Do you see these tiny, let me zoom in a little bit to see, I can show this better for you. Yeah, so you see these little notes here. As you can see, we have our treble clef, and then we also have our bass clef. These little flags here are flats. This is to distinguish what the key signature is of the piece. I'm not very good at being able to recognize the outright name of these little guys. Yes, I find them annoying as well. I find them very annoying. Whenever I have to play a piece that has flats in it like this, or it can also have sharps, which are like those little hashtags that will sometimes appear next to notes. Let me see if I can find a sharp in here. Ah, yes, here we are. So, right here, this is an excellent example. So, these are flats. These little symbols here, these are the sign to show natural. So right here in this section, it's telling us that we're shifting from here where we're playing all these flats. Now, all of these are turning natural. And now we are changing key signature because we are playing all these sharps instead. And I hate them because it's annoying. It's annoying. And what I will do when I would play music is, even though it tells you at the beginning of the line, oh, it's a B flat and E flat and A flat and D flat. Anytime there's a note that I have to play that has a flat, I will go and add a little flat next to it because I cannot remember that it's supposed to be a flat for the life of me. And it's also the same with all of these sharps and stuff as well. You can see a lot of sharps over here in the line. So yes, this is music. This is music. It's pain. Music is pain. But once you learn how to read it, it's not too difficult. It looks a little archaic and things, and it can be a little overwhelming. But even after, I haven't really read sheet music for honestly quite some time. Like, not really like sat down and actually had to read a piece of sheet music. It's still something that just stays with you, of just being able to be like also looking at the placement on the stanza and then being like, oh, this is a G, this is a B, this is a E, that sort of thing. Which also, a little trick I can give you as well for being able to, when it comes to sheet music, honestly, it's the alphabet with notes. It goes from A to G, and then it simply cycles over itself over and over again, from A to G. So as long as you know the placement of one note, you can ascertain the placement of everything else on the stanza. So, for example, and I was doing it actually just now, this note here, you can't see my mouse. That's really annoying. Okay, we're opening up MS Paint again. We're switching back over to MS. So, these notes that I drew over here, these are all A's. A notes. Yes, these are all A's. If you just remember the fact that this is an A, then you can be able to figure out where everything else is. Because then, from here, you just know that it ascends. So it'd be like A, B, C, D, E, F, and then above the line G. And then also then, descending from here, we also know that this is a G, this is F, this is E, and so on and so forth. And yes, as you can also see from when we were looking at our real sheet music, music can in fact just continue. It does not stop here. It doesn't stop there. It can just keep ascending. They'll just draw lines to show that that it gets extended, and it just ascends. It ascends into the heavens, and it can just keep going and going and going and going. It's going off the screen as well. It's simply also just going off of the screen. There you are. Ascension. It is ascended. So anyway, that's the basics of sheet music in a nutshell. I hope this was educational for you. Now you too can go and play hot cross buns, or at least recognize it if you see it in sheet music. Well, actually, no, you probably would not be able to do that even with that. Okay, well, you know what? I could teach you hot cross buns in sheet music, alright? If we're gonna play hot cross buns, this is what the sheet music for it would look like. We have a treble clef. We have our stave. 2, 3, 4, the bottom. It's in 4/4 time. Like so. And it's also, we're just playing it in regular, no sharps or flats or anything like that. It's just what it is. And hot cross buns would be as follows. B, A, G. Oh, whoops. Let me put that more on the line. B, A, G. I can never remember how you draw a quarter rest. They're just like some weird squiggly thing. There's some weird looking squiggly thing. I'm gonna say this is what the quarter rest looks like. B, A, G. Break. Then we extend this further. B, A, G. Quarter rest squiggly thing that I can't ever draw for the life of me because it's such a weird shape. We'll continue this down below because I ran out of room. God, this is so painful. These are like the worst things you've ever seen in your life. This is what I get for freehanding. This is what I get for freehanding. Anyway, B-A-G, B-A-G. And then I recall, I think the next part is just A-A-A. A-A-A, quarter rest. And then B. No tail. Freaky tails. B, B, B. Quarter rest. And then again, B-A-G. We're gonna draw this to show it just repeats. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's just B-A-G. Okay, we're just gonna B-A-G. There we go. I feel as though I forgot to explain something. Oh yeah, rest. Rest are as important as musical notes. So again, like I was saying, this weird squiggly ass thing is all this for some hot cross buns. Yeah, all this for hot cross buns. So as I was explaining, we have, this is a quarter note. This is not what it looks like in reality. I just can't draw it for the quarter rest. Is like a Z on top of a C. Let me see, a Z on top of a C. That does look closer. That does look closer. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Red. That does look closer. I just know it was a squiggly thing. That looks closer. Thank you. So anyway, this equals a quarter rest, okay? Which is one note. One beat, I should say. Is one beat. Then we also have half rest. God, I can't remember life of me. If half rest is the one where the top hat's on top, and then whole rest is the one where the top hat's on the bottom. Let me look at the real sheet music. Real sheet music. Surely they have some examples here that I can look at and I'd be able to remind myself. No, the top hat on top. Top hat on top is a half rest. Yes, this equals 2. And then this is 4. I zoned out. Is it quiz time? Yes! Play this. Play the sheet music I drew. Identify this. I'm testing your sight reading skills. I didn't teach you sight reading in the slightest, but now it's struggle time. Struggle. Sight read this. Sing it with perfect pitch. Oh, yes, yes. And then there's the other, I forgot this one. Because, you know, as we also have, our 8th notes, we also have the same, but also for music. And you can just kind of keep adding these little things onto it and extending it into infinity and beyond. It's very fun how that works. Da 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 da. See, but you did da da da, so that means you turned this instead of into a quarter note like I wrote, where it's just like da 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 ba, like that. You made it so you're doing it more so like it's a half note, like this. See, so now there would be no quarter rest here. You made this into a half note. It's a little bit grander. A little bit grander and less staccato. It's very flavorful. But that is not what I wrote! But that's okay. I appreciate the interpretation. I will enjoy my F. Thank you. Points for an attempt at least. Yes, yes. It was a good attempt. It was a very good attempt. Very good attempt. And you know what? At least you did try. Compared to everyone else who was just sitting here and diddling their thumbs. I didn't see anyone else submit their quizzes. But, A for effort. Indeed, A for effort. A for effort. If I were to honestly rate your submission, I would give it a B. A B. Because it was mostly correct, but you messed up the half note instead of having a quarter note and a quarter rest. This teacher is scary. Good. I want perfection, and so I won't settle for less. So I'm glad though, we're learning music. We're learning music. Do you all feel more educated today? Do you feel as though you understand music more? I gave you some very simple sheet music. We looked at some very complicated sheet music. I claim a spot as an assistant teacher for pointing out how to do the quarter rest. I don't need to do the quiz. You know what? Fair. You did tell me how to draw a quarter rest correctly, as opposed to all these inane squiggles I've been doing. I hate them. I hate quarter rest. Who decided they need to look so complicated? Other me has a big crush on Teach. Why are you snitching? Go stand in the hall. I understand next to nothing, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Well, thank you. I tried my best. Don't you know, Zig? Snitches get stitches. So I don't care if what your intentions are. If you're going to rat other people out to make yourself look good, that is not behavior that we want to encourage in society. So go stand in the hall. Go stand in the hall. People like you are going to be the reason why he's not even here for some reason. You embarrassed him, that's why. One thing I learned is that I will stay a music listener. Well, you know, to be fair, to be fair, a lot of these principles you can simply assign to simply listening to music. Because being able to read sheet music, while a useful ability, I'm going to be honest with you, most musicians, I would say, especially vocalists, don't actually know how to read sheet music. A lot of musicians actually learn by ear because they are self-taught. So they will simply listen to songs and then they would be like, oh, this is what I think that it's supposed to be, and then you sing as follows. Not too many people nowadays really have the formal training. Obviously, the very talented musicians all know how to read sheet music. But at an amateur level, a lot of people will be like, oh, I've learned from listening as opposed to actually knowing sheet music. So even if you can't read sheet music, you can still get along perfectly well as a musician. Teach has it out for me. Yes, I do. I do, actually. Because you're not the one that likes me. So go stand in the hall, damn it. But yes, so even just from a listening standpoint, you can still be able to function perfectly well as a musician. As I said, most vocalists, in fact, cannot read sheet music. And I will even tell you, as a vocalist, as I wish this week was over already. Yeah, is that true? Well, sucks to suck. I'm here for the week. Can we learn about dinosaurs next? You can, on your own time. I don't know anything about dinosaurs. I can't teach you that. I can't teach you about dinosaurs. You can teach me about dinosaurs. I don't know anything. But yes, as I was saying, so you can still, even without knowing, I'll have you know, I'm really good at, I have no idea how to read this, but singing it like this sounds about right. Exactly. And even then, I remember when I used to be in choir, we would have to do these tests where we would have to do sight reading. So they would give you sheet music that looks like this. You weren't allowed to read it beforehand, and you had to just be like, oh, just sing it. Just sing it. You can't listen to this beforehand. You just have to be able to sing it. And here's a little tip for you, okay? For one, I don't have perfect pitch. So when I see that this is a B on a scale, I cannot just be like, oh, I'll just simply sing a B note. I can't do that. I don't know what the fuck a B sounds like unless I can hear it first. However, normally in sight reading, they'll take that into account and they'll at the very least play the very first note of the piece. But then you have to do the rest of it from there. The tip, this little hack, is that you don't need to actually know the notes. You just need to know how, just like the fact that this is a B, and then this goes down, and this goes down. So if you start at such of just being like B, you'd be like da, da, da. As you see, it just goes down a step. Do you see? So you don't need to know that this is B-A-G. You just need to know that this note starts here, and then it goes lower, and then it goes lower. Then it goes up again. Then it goes lower, and then it goes lower. Do you see? Do you understand? So even if you can't read sheet music, you can at least have an idea of like, this is showing me just how the shift in the pitch goes. And I did decently well when I was quizzed on sight reading in school, even though I was over here like, no. I'll be perfectly honest, sheet music is mostly useful for when you're actually practicing a piece rather than for when you're actually singing a piece. Because also whenever I used to do singing competitions as well when I was in choir, And so whenever we'd be given our pieces, they would give us a booklet with the sheet music for the songs that we were working on. And then sometimes in class, they'd be like, oh, pull out your sheet music and sing along using your sheet music. The sheet music just told me whether to sing high or whether to sing low. It did not tell me, oh, this is a D, so I need to sing a D. No, because I don't know that. And I also can't read it fast enough to be like, oh, this is a D, so I'm going to sing a D. No. No. It's just, oh, this note's high on the scale, so I'm going to sing high. This note is low, so I'm going to sing low. So you don't even need to be that competent of a musician to also get the most bang for your buck out of sheet music. It's just more useful because then if I were to go and take this out and play this on a piano, then I can actually take the time to be like, this is a B, this is an A, and this is a G. So then I can go and more slowly play B, A, G, and then be able to match it to my pitch as I'm hearing each individual note. But we're talking about pitch, and this was originally supposed to be about rhythm. We're not talking about rhythm because that's my weakness. I'm really bad at rhythm. And that's something that I'm currently trying to work on at this particular moment, as I told you. And my vocal coach also told me as such that she says that my rhythm is my weakest ability at the moment. So I'm really trying to work. Maybe I should do drumming. Maybe I should take up drumming to improve my sense of rhythm. Or maybe it'll just exasperate how bad my sense of rhythm is. Yes, I should. I should take up drumming. I could. Maybe, I wonder if there's like a drumming game on... A drumming game. Oh yes, all the alts are coming out, so I'll agree with themselves. Let's see. Let me drumming game. Clone Hero. Virtual drumming online. I just want a drumming game. Get a Cajun drum. They are fun. Maybe I will look into that. You know, there's also this one game I always wanted to get to that was called something like... Other me said their account isn't showing up in chat. I don't see it showing up in chat either. Maybe Twitch is thinking that you are botting the stream to get engagement up. Who knows? But there's this fun piano game that you can play. And the way that it works is that it's like an actual piano. But it's like gamified because it's like an actual game you get scored on in points. And I always wanted to be able to get a MIDI keyboard that I could plug into my computer so I could play this game. Because I felt like it would be a good way to be able to actually learn the piano, because I would actually be getting scored on my ability to play the piano. So I thought that would be fun. But MIDI keyboards for your PC are quite expensive, so I have not had that sort of thing yet. Also, I don't think I would have the desk space for it either. I know that, for example, one big thing that all the streamers have is they all have audio interfaces. I don't think I could ever realistically have one, at least with my current setup, because simply, one, I don't have the money to want to put into an audio interface, and two, I also simply don't have the space. I barely have enough space for my keyboard on my desk, much less my drawing tablet. So whenever I need to use my drawing tablet, I would just have to shove my keyboard up all the way into like a corner. So I have room for my drawing tablet, which also is only half fitted onto the desk. Very precarious situation. When I get the chance, I would probably love to get a bigger desk, but because of where I currently live and my situation, I cannot. I cannot. Also, another thing I'll complain about too. Wait, because this week is a special occasion, I'll let him fuse with me. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh my god. I can't believe that either. This is crazy. Could it be that you guys are possibly going to be finally getting along? Maybe you'll see a little bit of the other's perspective. But, I don't know if this is just me, but I hate the look of most modern furniture. I also hate the look of most electronics, especially when it comes to gamer streamer gear, because it's all so ugly. It's all just RGBs and like it's meant to look all techie and futuristic. And don't get me started on gamer chairs. Now I need to pull this up because I'm distressed about this. Now I need to go on a rant about gamer chairs. I need to go on a rant about gamer. I don't know why I have this crop available. Because I have like different crop presets. I don't know what this crop preset was for. Well, we'll use this crop preset. Good office chair is greater than any gamer chair. I agree. I agree. Oh, the fusion. The fusion is... Are you alright, Zake? Are you alright? Also, gamer chairs. Do you know why it is that gamer chairs are so uncomfortable? It's because they're designed to look like racing chairs. But you have no G-forces on your body when you're sitting stationary at your PC. This is why they are so uncomfortable, because they are meant to cradle your body as you're being thrown back by G-forces. But you have none. So it's simply just uncomfortable. And they look uncomfortable. And they're ugly. Look at how ugly they are. Hideous. 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 Basically stolen valor. It is! It is! Gamer chairs are meant for racers. Not meant for sitting and playing League of Legends for 10 hours. You're now hunk. What does that mean? But also, who am I to also complain though? Because I would also like to point out that I am using a chair. My gamer chair is a chair that is from 1920. It was created in 1920. Is my gamer chair. So perhaps I also don't know what true comfort feels like, because this chair has no lumbar support. It barely has any support. It feels like I'm sitting on a plank of wood the whole time. And this is my gamer chair. Your birth year? No. No, I was not born in 1920. I was born earlier than that. You make my heart race? Well, I'm flattered. Thank you. I aspire to do such things. But yes, I find... Oh, I did not mean to click on the actual link. I find most gamer gear looks hideous. Like, oh, I can show you this because this is something I was messing around with the other day. So I was messing around with... Father, get out my face. So anyway, the Lord was messing around with making a throne page, you see? And as we were looking over things to buy, it was like, oh, popular gifts for streamers. And yes, the Lord. The Lord makes a cameo. The Lord makes a cameo. Popular gifts for streamers. Why would you want... Why? Why? These are not good headphones, for one. They're not good headphones. because it's all focused on the appearance and the design, not the technology of the headphones. And 2, it's hideous. It's hideous. It's gaudy and loud. You're gonna get so much mileage when she comes back. I have a Martella Logic 220 office chair I got for free. Let me see what that is. I want to critique your office chair. 220 chair. Is this it? It's nice. I like it. It's minimalist. It's very classy. It also even just the color choices feel like something I would see in like a Wes Anderson film. Like a little bit of like maybe a muted office set, but every cubicle is like decorated to be like a specific color scheme, and they're like punctuated by like these chairs. They look quite nice. I think they're a little nice. At least it's better than this god-awful monstrosity that is this chair. I have no quarrel with e-girls. Let that be known. I have no quarrel with e-girls. But I do have a quarrel with cheap technology that's simply made for aesthetics. But that said, also, my headphones that I'm currently using are also triple the price of these headphones. 3 times the price of these headphones are the headphones I'm currently using. My telechairs are expensive as fuck, but super comfy. I see. That is good. You're getting bang for your buck. And that's the thing. Sometimes looks and quality just don't overlap. But I think they can, though. But they can. Like, oh, I remember. Because I can show you, this is the brand that my headphones are. Audio-Technica. They had these very nice limited edition headphones. They don't even have them up, but damn. They had these very nice limited edition headphones that I would have loved to have been able to get because they were just gorgeous. Let me see if I can find them. Audio-Technica limited edition headphones. Was it these? I remember they looked nicer. They looked nicer. Wood. They were wood, but they looked different. This. Yes, these are the ones I saw that looked very nice. You can't see it actually. Hold on. Let me pull them up. Oh, my image in this. Yes, these are the ones that I really like. But also guess how much they cost. And why I could not buy them, because they were too expensive. Which, for the price that they were, yeah, 60th anniversary. 60th anniversary. They were $9,000. They were $9,000. Understandably, I did not buy those headphones. But my headphones I use currently are still much more expensive than these e-girl, ultimate e-girl kawaii gamer girl headset. They are not worth $9,000. No, I'm inclined to agree. I almost wonder if that was the resale price. So anyway, as I was looking at this website, I was just like looking at, oh, this is just what people buy, just gamer shit. RGB lights? Why do you need RGBs? It's hideous. Never thought she'd want she doesn't. Or the $9,000 headphones. Yeah, she did want that until she saw the price. And she did not want them. But yeah, so it was just a lot of junk. Just complete junk. Ew, RGBs. Hello, Gleeble. I'm so glad you understand my quarrel I have with RGBs. Also, Gleeble, I believe, since you're here, don't you have something a little special planned this Friday? You should promote it over here. Since you're my manager, it's fine. I want to promote you. No, you have something special planned this Friday. Share it with the class. Tell us all what you have planned. Gleeble, my beloved manager, has a special thing planned this Friday, and it starts with a D and ends with a T. And it is not... I was going to say death, but death ends with an H. Death ends with an H. Yes, this special Friday, Gleeble will simply expire. He will explode. Make sure you mark in your calendar. Death. Yes, death. No. I'll say it myself. So Gleeble's having is debuting this Friday. It's not a debut. It is simply the debut. The debut that's happening this Friday. I don't know if anyone else in the world is having a Vtuber debut this Friday. It's irrelevant. Debut. Gleeble is debuting. You should go and look. What time will it be at? Tell us the time. What time JST? I also need to know this so I can add it to my calendar. 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. I'm adding it to my calendar right now. Yes. You should go and look at my manager. Go look up my manager on Friday at 6:30. Yes. It'll be good. I'm adding it to my calendar as we speak because I did not do that earlier. Gleeble debut. 6:30. 6:30. Saving. I will be at work at that time, but I will have it. My job is not that strenuous, so I can definitely be there for as much as I possibly can. Death will not do us part, milady. Oh, I'm so flattered. Thanks for managing this. I would not call myself a hunk. And the other one, guys. I love managing hunks. Gleeble, if you had to answer, who do you prefer to manage? Do you prefer to manage Rien or me? I suppose you don't know me that well, though. You know Rien more intimately. Now I kind of want to mimic you, Pushy. No! No junk! No junk, no odds and ends. That's another reason why I've been struggling to think of what I would want to put on a throne. Because I don't want junk. It's cute. Mimikyu is quite cute, okay? I love Mimikyu as a Pokemon. But also, no junk! I legit have only seen you twice in my life. I bet you barely registered that I even exist, but that's alright. You should become intimately familiar with me over the course of this week. What is Spellbound Noir? Is this perfume? What is this? It's just... What? Halloween roses. Wait, it's just a bundle of roses? Are they like dipped in wax? Why do they look glossy? And who would spend $100 on roses? They're not even... They look artificial. What? Who buys this junk? Yes, I agree. Like, I know a good bouquet can go for about $100. But this is not any sort of special arrangement, though. This is not worth $100. There's no thought put into this. It's just, honestly, some gaudy spray-painted roses. Like, people buy spells on Etsy, as in they pay someone else to do a spell for them. You know, I will not lie. I've considered trying to get into the business of casting spells on Etsy. I feel like it could be a good way to make a little bit of income. I just show them pictures of burnt candles and I'll be like, it's done. I feel like a hitman, but without blood. I mean, some spells seem to have worked recently. Is that so? Well then, damn. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But just get gifted a PlayStation 5, I guess. Well, damn. Damn, okay. That's a thing that people do. Just get gifted an iPhone. Okay, sure. Sure. I mean, because I have been trying to think of what to put in here. Because I want to put a mixture of, like, inexpensive things. You know, things that I don't want to seem like a pretentious person with expensive taste. At least me and the Lord don't. But just so much of the cheap stuff is just junk. Junk. Like this. I'll be real. I feel like I would probably only like about 5 snacks from this whole thing, and then the rest will be torture to eat. I'm a picky eater. I'm very picky. And let's see. Can we get like a closer look at what sort of snacks they have? What the hell is this site? It's Throne. So the way this site works is that it's you, the viewer, if you feel so inclined, can choose to buy me things. You can choose to buy me things and be like, here. You can buy me stuff. Yes, for those who aren't aware. So I was thinking that I would be like, oh, well, maybe I would just fill this out for fun. Fill this out for fun. And I have been struggling to figure out what to put in here. Because all the stuff on here is junk. It's all junk. And then I realized maybe I'm just not a materialistic person. And I don't want people to buy me things. Cash only, please. I mean, I suppose you could buy me this. You can buy me this. No! What? This isn't even the same! What? This is... They show this as a wet leather. And then over here, this is just like a matte leather with Rochelle lace. And then the sleeves aren't even... And they have the audacity to show a reference photo. And then they show that these are these drapey, untailored sleeves. And then it doesn't even look like the actual fucking photo. This is a completely damn different dress. This isn't laced up, it's a zip. But then in the actual listing, it's a laced. Who buys this? And for $100? This is worth $30 on AliExpress. And that's generous. Who buys this garbage? I did get a VTuber a booster box for a hand cam stream because it was their birthday. Oh, that's very sweet of you to do that. But I feel... I did enable it so that way people could choose to just send me things that aren't on my wish list. You could just choose to send me whatever you want. But if you... if you sent me something like this, it would just be me crashing out and criticizing you. I'd be so upset. This is not even the same damn dress. And you fill up your wish list of cheap cosplay to make a video fixing them. This is true. That could be kind of fun to do. To fix up the cheap garbage cosplays. and make them actually look accurate. If anything, the one thing I was going to ask for is like maybe just a nice pair of gloves. So that way when I use a glove for my streams where I actually have a hand cam, I have nice gloves. These are cute. I do agree. The whoopers are quite cute. Next costume confirmed. Did you add a tungsten cube yet? Ramen chicken. Yes, I did see that. The ramen looks pretty good. Please add tungsten cube. Wait, where was tungsten tungsten cube? It's just so it's just the fact that they have the audacity to show it in your office space and be like, it's a great look. It's safe to handle because it has rounded edges. $100 tungsten cube. I wonder how heavy it is. We'll just investigate the cube. You know what it makes me think of? Very nice. Expect a package soon. Companion cube. Like, maybe does the tungsten cube need a friend? You can ponder the cube. This is true. It makes me think of the cube from RimWorld Anomaly. Except, I could gold plate it. Samyang. Yeah. Yeah, you know, okay. Which do they have? Do they have the ×3 spicy? These are a lot of flavors I haven't had before. I love the, okay, so I love the Samyang noodles. You would not believe it, but the corn flavor does taste like corn. And it's really good. I also really love the cream cheese one as well. In addition to just the original and the ×2 spicy. You know what, we'll add that. We'll add that. We'll add that. Oh no. This is gonna look insane. This is going to look insane. You need to see if there's uranium. Alright. Instead of tungsten cube, uranium. I'm gonna get added to the FBI watch list. Be like, why are you buying uranium? Did I spell uranium right? I did. There's no uranium. I'm sorry. No uranium. How boring. Boring basic streamers not buying uranium. Well, you know, if you actually bought a bunch of metal detectors, it has a little bit of uranium in them. So we can just buy a bunch of not metal detectors, smoke detectors. Yes, if you just buy a bunch of smoke detectors, it has tiny amounts of uranium in them, so we can extract the uranium from the smoke detectors. And then we can try to create uranium cube to match the tungsten cube. I have a bunch of uranium glass in a shed. Oh, that's so lovely. I love that. I need Resident Evil merch. How am I supposed to power the flux capacitor without uranium or plutonium? I guess you'll just die. I guess you'll just die. Let's see, Resident Evil. You can buy me the game that I already own. You can buy me the game. Isn't that lovely? Claire Redfield as a duck. Agent Tofu as a duck. Jill Valentine as a duck. I don't know how this is zombie repellent. It's just... I don't know how... That doesn't look very Resident Evil to me. But, what do I know? Leon as a duck. That's an excellent question, Gleeble. I don't know why it's a duck. Why is it a duck? Why ducks? Why ducks? Character as a duck. Isn't that so fun and quirky? I think that was the extent of the thought process that went into it. It's just... Oh, as a duck? So funny. So quirky. So... Yeah, we looked up Resident Evil. We know what we're actually looking for. Jacket. Cosplay. I can get... What? How is the shitty Misa dress $100, but then a whole ass Leon cosplay is $20? Hi. Hello, Kaylin. How are you doing today? Take a bath with your Resident Evil ducks, maybe. You can also, I'll sell the bath water. You can buy me bath bombs, and I'll have Resident Evil ducks in the bath, and I'll post a photo, of me in my bath with my Resident Evil ducks, and then I'll sell the bath water back to you. And it's not just e-girl bath water, it's also Resident Evil duck bath water. Let's see, you've been playing the new Ninja Gaiden 4 game. I've never played Ninja Gaiden before, but I hope you're having fun with that. Is it enjoyable? No, thank you. Oh god, no. I'm offended that you don't want my Resident Evil duck bathwater. I'm so offended. Let's see. Nendoroid. Oh, he even has a knife. Oh, that's perfect, actually. That's all I would want, is Tiny Leon with a knife. If I could actually open up the case and organize it, that Imagine if they just made it so that way you could open the case and then you could actually organize, like, his different props in the case. Maybe that'd be too high budget, but that would be what I would want. Give me a briefcase fidget toy where you can just mess around with slotting the things in the briefcase just to organize it. You know, I actually bought that one game, Save Room. I have not even played it yet, but I do want to at some point to play it. I think that would be fun. That's all they have. Okay. Leon ducks. Leon cosplay. Tiny Leon, but he has a knife. So, also Resident Evil the board game. What is that? We need an art cover that has Rian on a Resident Evil cover. That could be that feels a little vain. I feel like it'd be a little vain, but you know, if that's something that people would want to see, I think that could be fun. I mean, that could be fun. You know, that is the sort of thing that people do. That is the thing that people do, isn't it? I'm just so used to being cheap all the time. I don't dare to think of sex luxuries. Stop Ron from adding an actual briefcase on the wish list. What if I want one? Briefcase. I spelled briefcase wrong. Briefcase. Oh, these are all basic briefcases. I want like a gun case. The metal gun case. Oh wait, hold on. No, wait, no. I wanted to look at this. No, I mean... It kind of looks a little bit like the one he has, but for $1,000, and it already has a bunch of money in it. I don't want money, I want weapons to stick in it. On a hot motorcycle. Oh, that could be fun. That could be fun. I like the sound of that. I'm interested in this now. Aluminum briefcase. That also looks like it. But it's $2,000. Okay. So I'm not buying a briefcase. Briefcases are expensive. Damn it. Well, damn. Well, there goes that. There goes that dream. No briefcases. Oh! There were pins. The pins are cute. Why does he have a gun, though? Leon doesn't use a gun. He uses a knife. I like the pins. See, I don't like most knickknacks because I tend to move around a lot. But I have a weakness for keychains and pins because I can just stick those on my bags that I use to move all the time. What? Oh, wait a minute. Hey. A lion. A lion. This is nice. Hold on. How tall is this? 12 inches? Let me see. So if I wanted to get it to fit, I'd probably need a 13-inch jar. Damn it, they don't say the dimensions of the jars. Well, now there's no point in buying the figure. Why do they call it etchy figure? What else can it do? I was thinking the same thing. Why is it called an etchy figure? Is it modded? Will it arrive modded? A picture the background in a dark alleyway with red blood moonlight shining on you. That's quite edgy now. That's very edgy. Hey, hi Demand. How are you doing today? How goes it? We're looking at things that people would buy on Throne. Don't pay attention to the fact I was looking at a figure and I also was looking up a 13-inch jar. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is so silly looking. It's so silly looking. It just... I can't be trusted with the Leon figure. No. No, I can. I can be trusted. Shush. Shush. Hot toys. Oh, he has different hands. Oh. He's expensive. Wait a minute. Hot Toys. Aren't they the people that made this one video that circulates around all the time of this hyper realistic like Joker figure? Let me look them up really quick. Hot Toys figures. Or am I thinking of something else? Because $600 seems a little low for like the quality of the figures I normally see. You don't understand the jar thing. Oh. Oh. There are a company that makes figures like that. Okay, I see. I understand. I'm not going to be the one to explain the jar joke to you. I don't know if I want to explain the jar joke. It's a Reddit thing. If you want to look it up yourself, you can. Look up Reddit My Little Pony jar. That should find the post or get you the story of the explanation regarding the jar. And we're not going to talk about any details regarding that story, but I've had it explained to me and it still makes no sense. Well, then I will not explain it further. It's worse. It's a 4chan thing? Oh. Well, shit. I thought it was a Reddit thing. Well, shit. Okay, yeah, that is infinitely worse. Well, I'm definitely not explaining the jar. I'm not explaining the jar. You know or you don't know, and you get it or you don't get it. But we are not going into details about the jar. What is this? What is this? Hello. What the hell? What the Yeah? Yeah? B-Rex. I know it's a B-Rex, but you know what? It doesn't even look that bad. Also, do I like Devil May Cry? I have played a little bit of the remake, but I never finished it. But it's a franchise I've been interested in. I've just never actually played it before. But I'm very interested in it, though. I know that it's very stylish. I don't know what it is, but I want... No! No consumerism. We're looking at this to mock consumerism, damn it! If you want a cool looking figure, look up Jin Tekken 8 statue. You know what? Sure, we will look it up. Jin Tekken 8 statue. Oh, it has LEDs in it too. See the original listing. Damn. Damn, that is pretty cool. That shit's pretty slay. I wouldn't buy it because I don't play Tekken, but like, damn, that looks great. What's he glowing for? Bro, why are you not glowing? Why would you not want to glow? Get on the beauty routine grind. Take your skincare seriously. We should all aspire to glow. I wish I could glow. Well, get on a skincare routine. Start skincare. Look, since we're on here, they even have a beauty and body section. We can look at skincare. No, we're not doing a foot peel. Your feet could glow, but we don't care about that. So, I do take my skincare seriously, but I haven't started glowing very red yet. Maybe you should exfoliate more. I would recommend exfoliating then at least once every hour. Then you should be bright red in no time. There's only one figure I still yearn for, and it's the Prime 1 FGO King Hassan figure. So damn expensive though. Let's see what that one looks like. You're so right. I think it's not exfoliating. Thank you. I'm glad you understand. No, I'm not actually looking at products. Please. Let's see. Prime 1 FGO King Hassan figure. Wow. Wow, that's detailed. Wow. That is something. I have beautiful green nature eyes. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say. You know, they can turn a different color too. Let's see. No, that's... There we are. We can also have red. But we'll stay with green. I do love the green. The blood. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was like, oh, you know, I can have red too. Just not on my eyes. But yeah, this is a very detailed figure. I realized I opened it up in a way that no one else can see what it looks like. Look at how detailed this is. Wow. This is like actually a work of art. I'm suitably impressed by this one. Oh, you know what's a rare figure that no one in the world could ever have? I wonder, sounds like Rian had a good time winky wink. Just a little bit like just ducking off screen and then coming back and be like, huh? Oh, whoops, let me wash up really quick. When will your eye turn yellow? You know, they can't turn yellow. Maybe I could, yeah. I'd have to do like some post shit. Also, I don't know if I love the implication of yellow eyes. But, in terms of a rare figure that they made it, and then it was destroyed when they were trying to make a cast of it. So no one was able to ever get this figure. Is... Where is it? The sweet pool figure. The sweet pool figure. Oh my god. No. This looked like it was part of the figure. But I can't find anything that's like actually the actual figure that got destroyed. Toilet figure. Toilet figure. Wait, I haven't seen that one. Hold on a minute. Let me see that. Toa figure. Yo! This is art. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Look at the drape in the fabric. Look at that. Look at that. This is art. This is art. Share with the class. Of course, of course. Here we are. Beautiful. It's beautiful. And then, this is the one I was showing the background, the back of the figure. Oh my god, no, not 18 plus only. Not 18 plus only. Here we are. Look at that. Look at the beautiful drape. The beautiful drape. The dirty toilet. The detail. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Hey yo, hey yo. Look at it. Maybe don't show it on stream. There's nothing not safe for work about this figure. It's art. If we can talk about the works of Michelangelo, we can talk about the works of Nitro Chiro. Why a toilet? You would need to play the game to understand. It's a little... So, Nitro Chiro is the visual novel company that made Dramatical Murder, which was quite famous. So I'm sure when I name that, everyone should immediately have an idea of what Dramatical Murder is. And this is a character from a game made by that same company. So if you know anything about Dramatical Murder, that should immediately paint a picture for you. And if you do not know Dramatical Murder, then consider yourself innocent. Also, yeah, to explain it simply, he's a filthy boy, yes. I'm so lost in my head hurts. If you're lost, please stay lost and preserve your innocence. I have a werewolf as my pet in a big dark castle. You know, I wouldn't be opposed. I would not be opposed. But I'm not a furry though. You know, I'm not a furry. Because when I was thinking of a pet, I was thinking about it as like a little bit of a different context. But... But no, not in that, not in that. Oh, look at that. This is another gorgeous figure. Another gorgeous figure. Someone's showing off this one over here. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this gorgeous figure. I'm not a furry, but wild. No. No. We're normal over here. We're admiring the beautiful art that is this figure. Look at it. It's gorgeous. The detail. The detail. Look at the flow of the fabric. The detail of the bandages. The way that it folds around the neck and the way that it drapes. It's gorgeous. This is art. Someone else gets called out. I may be normal. I am normal. I want it so bad. I agree. I'm not much of a figure enjoyer personally, but like, I would make a special exception for this one. I'm no longer... To be fair, I did not think I would be talking about yaoi figurines today, but here we are. Of course she'd buy someone with the least clothes. No, 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 no. It's Rien figure 1, only if I can have a figure like this. Only if I can have a figure that's like this. I want it to be art, okay? I don't want anything that looks like a hideous, like, U2s. Okay, look at U2s. Look at that. See? Why would you spend money to get something like this? Okay? Why would you spend money to get something like this? When you could also spend money to get something like this. Okay? Okay? We understand. We understand. Spending money for this. Spending money for this. I think we see the Bleach anime figure. That would be something. That'd be something. Also, where did you see the Golden Freddy? Where'd you see Golden Freddy? Oh, this. Why is he so happy? That's not. Let's see, look it up. What do I look up? Let's see, an actual SH figure. Fig arts figure of Rio would go so hard. Wait, what's SH fig arts? Figure arts. Let's see. SH figure arts. No, not shopping. Get out of here. No. Oh, these are like action figures. These are nice. I love how the joints look. Like they look very like, oh, this is really nice. These are very, very nice. Bleach anime figures. We can look up Bleach anime figures as well too. But these are nice. Let's see. Bleach anime figure. Oh, this is gorgeous. I really love the flow and the movement of this one is really nice. Very, very, very nice. And then... yeah, just very nice movement. But I really love this one. Also just the colors of it. I have no idea who this character is, but I'm enamored. This one's a gorgeous figure. Also, the ice effects on this one are really nice, too. Yeah, this is amazing paint job. Amazing paint job. You can't see it. My bad. I keep forgetting that it's, like, cropped off to this. There we are. This one is the one that had the really nice ice effects. That I think look really nice and has really nice paint job. And then this is the one I was oohing and awing over that has a really pretty movement. And just the very nice colors of being so monochromatic, but then having that emphasis of pink is very, very nice. You know, now that I'm mentioning this, chat, do you know the elements and principles of design? You're really pretty. Well, thank you. Do you know the elements and principles of design? That's the one you have. Oh, this one right here? Oh, you're lucky. It's a very nice figure. Very nice taste. Because, the elements and principles of design are very important to learn. But I don't know if I want to start a whole triad on this, because I think that will easily take me another hour to go over. And I don't know if that's something I want to do today. You'll have to ask me about it or remind me about it some other time, perhaps. But it's something that's very important to know. Because, for example, some of the, at least, principles of design are about movement, emphasis, And this one, just the way that it moves and it circles back around, has very nice sense of movement. I could listen to you forever. I appreciate that. But also, my throat will give out. So, we must be picky. We must be cautious in what it is that I choose to talk about. So I can keep speaking for as long as possible. People love my design. Well, yes. I have to agree. I'm inclined to agree. I wonder if on the internet, if there's any nicer Leon figures. Let me see. Resident Evil Leon figure. Give me nice one. It's not bad. He's on sale. Do not discount this boy. He's worth more than that. Oh, this one's nice. Oh, and it's in the graveyard as well, too. That is very nice. The pose. The pose is so funny. I understand he's posable. But the paint job isn't even very nice on it either. Is that another duck Leon? Was it? It was. It was another duck. Damn it. The paint job on it is actually even nicer than this one. What the hell? How is the duck higher quality? How is it higher quality? Make it make sense. Let's see. Hashtag Rien Army. Oh, thank you. I have time. Start explaining. Well, my throat hurts. I'm proud of that joke. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, the ducks. I don't understand the ducks. And it's $20 for a duck. We're going to the actual website itself. We're on the UK site. I don't care. I'm just looking at the stupid duck. It's a boxed duck. Why is this duck actually very high quality? Look at the detail of that paint job. To get out of my face. Look at the detail of that paint job. That's the pose you make when you miss the shooting color game. That's so... I hate that it's high quality. A stupid duck. Stupid duck is high quality. Oh my god, Leon is a puppy who keeps me safe. Are you gonna go and start messing with Sarah Sinback, Leon? Oh my god. This is so... This review, was this written by me? Was this written by me? I don't understand. I don't understand. There's so many ducks. Lord of the Rings ducks? The Office ducks? You know what? These look kind of fine as ducks. If you ever open a P.O. box, I say we all send you Leon ducks. No. You need to read the review. Fine, I'll read the review. Leon is a puppy who keeps me safe by Sarah Sinback. I never thought I would get to have a ducky puppy good cop keep me safe when I play games in the dark. Then Doctor, not like Doctor, like Mr., but a duck. Leon S. Kennedy joined my family. Dr. Leon? Leon has always reminded me during my most anxious moments, which have been experienced playing Resident Evil 2 and 4, that I'm going to be totally fine. Why? Because I'm Leon, and Leon is a badass, and he's gonna be fine. So that means I'm gonna be fine. This excellent ducky reminds me of this too. The posturing of the ducky flipper holding the Flashlight is A+. No, hold on a minute. This feels like ChatGPT. Because why would you call Leon Dr. Leon? Leon is not a PhD. He's a PD. Drop the H out of there. He hasn't earned it. Actually, he's not a PD. Leon is not a private detective. Damn it. Police, not police detective. They meant it like Dister. Are you just reading your reviews? Botted reviews, damn. Pretty hot. No, I'm pretty sure this is a botted review. This just doesn't feel like... Oh, they meant like Dister Leon, like Mr. Duck? Dister Duck? Dister... Okay, so that has to be a real person then. Because I don't think ChatGPT would come up with something so inane. I don't know. PhD stands for pretty hot, dude. You know what? Sure, yeah, Leon is a PhD. My bad. You are a PhD. You are a PhD. Wait, they have has-been hotel ducks? Has-been hotel ducks? Get out of my face! Charlie Duck. Alistair Duck. You know what I despise? That these ducks are so high quality. I sound like a shill, but I hate that the ducks are so high quality. Reads like creative writing. Yeah, I rescind my point. A beginning AO3 writer. I guess, I concur. But I hate that the ducks are so high quality. It'd be so much easier to complain about them if they looked terrible. But the ducks actually look really good. They look really good. What do the ducks actually look like for people who buy these things? Tubbs Duck Review. Show me the real ducks that aren't product photo. These are product photos. Show me. Show me actual videos of the ducks. Okay, here's a guy with a thumbnail. And they look good in the thumbnail! Quacking good. No, Mage in the Machine. No! They are quacking good, and it's genuinely distressing. I hate that they're such good quality. Charlie makes me want to spend 50,000 on animating music video. No! No, there's better ways to spend your money. God, imagine having that kind of money. That's insane. DC Comics. Penguin Duck. Harley Quinn Duck. Suicide Squad Bloodsport Ducks. You can paint your own duck. That's kind of cool. Yes, on the ducks. People are going to send them in droves. No! Imagine spending that money to make her chase you through hell. If I get so many... Oh my god, no. We need a picture of your room so we can see all your ducks. No. No! Do not send me ducks! Damn, I'm gonna have to disable the throne so that way people can't send me what the fuck they want. Because I do not want to be seeing a bunch of notifications that are like, people are sending you ducks. They're just sending you fucking ducks. I'm gonna start leaving them on Jeeps. I'll leave them on Jeeps. I will adopt them to other people. I will abandon them, like abandoning a child at a fire station. I'll just drop them off with Jeep owners instead. I don't want the ducks, damn it. You know what? Leon drove a Jeep. In Resident Evil 2, in the beginning, he was driving a Jeep. He would have ducks. No, I will send you a real duck. You know, I actually used to have a pet duck. Her name was Zelda. She was a good duck. Very good duck. We raised, Talio also had a duck. His name was Mr. Quackers. Mr. Quackers was mauled by a dog. So we buried him. And then the dog went and dug up his grave and mauled him a second time. Poor Mr. Quackers. But Zelda was fine. Zelda was fine. She was free. And then she flew away to migrate for the winter. That was not code for that she died. We literally saw her go and fly away. She just decided she was done and she wanted to leave. And so we were like, Godspeed, Zelda. And so she was gone. Why do you hate ducks? I hate consumerism. I hate consumerism. That's what my beef is. I hate little things like this. I hate that people constantly feel the need to buy things. And it's just junk. It's plastic junk. It's high quality junk, damn it. But it's still junk. Who wants fucking ducks? Who wants fucking ducks? Look at the... He's... Martian Manhunter is mocking. He's got the chiseled cheekbones. Bro is mogging. Look at that face. But no, consumerism bad. Consumerism bad, okay? That sounds like a huge problem. I love it now. No! Also, that duck did some fucked up shit in its past life. I really wonder what a duck could have possibly done to deserve that. That even in death he could not rest. It's just sad. It's sad. Also, I have no ducks, but I must quack. You're right. I don't... Actually... Oh, I do have ducks. Maybe this is where the beef with ducks comes from. I actually have a lot of ducks right now. And I can't believe I didn't process the fact that all these ducks are staring at me literally as we speak. I can't show it to you. I can't show it to you. But I do, in fact, have a whole bunch of ducks. Just staring at me. There are these tiny little ducks. I'm sure you've maybe seen these before. Neon duck. Get out of my face. Ugh. Duck trinket. Duck trinket. These things. These creatures. I was working at a Renaissance fair. And I was in charge of, and bear with me, a duck pond. I was in charge of a duck pond where you bob for ducks and get prizes. Alright? And because I was working at the duck pond, everyone gave me these tiny little ducks. Do you know how many of these tiny little ducks I have sitting on my desk that people gave for me? Because I decided to just use these ducks so I could keep track of ammo when I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons, so I can keep track of how much ammo I have in my gun before I need to reload. I have 6 ducks. 6 of them. At least they're tiny, but I have 6 of these damn ducks. I don't want 6 ducks. I want them gone. But they're here, and I would feel bad getting rid of them since someone put in the thought to give them to me, so... Wait a minute. Hold a fucking moment. Oh, here. Quack. No. No. No quack. Oh, I had a little plushie guy and he fell over and I was so worried that one of my cats spirited him away because she likes to play. She likes these little keychains that we have and she likes to throw them around like they're mice and try to break their necks, and it's like, it's just a little anime guy. You don't need to do all that. But he's fine. If I send you 500 little ducks, what will you do with them? I would buy a bucket of acid and dump the ducks into the acid. And I will record them getting destroyed. And then I will dispose of the acid. And then the ducks will be no more because the acid is no more. And the cycle is complete. I scattered like 500 of them at my grandparents' house one year for Christmas. See, do you know I also had even more ducks than that? And you know why? Because at my workplace, someone also bought a bunch of these ducks and then hid them everywhere. And was just like, oh, ducks, ducks. Look at the ducks. The ducks, they're so lovely. Little whimsy in your life. Little hidden ducks. Hee hee hoo hoo. If you find a duck, you get to keep it. Every time I found a duck, I put it right back where I fucking saw it. D&D just got brought up. Time for duck dice. You know, I could buy a kit off of Etsy so I can resin cast my own dice. And then I'll just imprison the ducks inside of them. Just forever more. I'll just get like these... I'll get like clear blue resin so it looks like they're in a pond. Or I'll just like imprison them. Like it just looks like they're Star Wars. Like they're inside of the little casing thing. Except it's just ducks. You have a destiny with ducks. It's starting to seem that way. It's really starting to seem that way. And you know what, actually, is, in regards to the Lord's debut, she was sketching some concepts for emotes. And she had ideas for what they should look like. I'm gonna take a look at them first to see if it's something that I can share, if it'll be too much of a spoiler. This should be fine. This will be fine. Frozen in carbonite, yes. Also some shadow duck. Yeah, honestly. So I can show this. It's a little sneak peek, I suppose, at like what her debut design will look like, but it's honestly not even that high detailed. But these were some ideas for what she was thinking for emotes. Emotes. They were all going to be birds. They were all going to be birds. But they were not ducks, they were pheasants. And it was just going to be bird emotes. Just bird emotes. Just birds. Just birds. So, I suppose ducks are the destiny. Ducks are just simply in the cards. And speaking of cards, I do have tarot cards here. I wonder if I draw a card, if the ducks will be related to them somehow. Or even a horoscope. You know, why don't I look up a horoscope and see if there's anything related to ducks in a horoscope today. Anything loosely duck related in horoscope. I'm gonna make myself a little... Here we are. Let's see, just walking up and asking for one classy board, please. Exactly. They have to be duck now to match them. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. The Lord can be a duck, and you are pheasants. Do you get it? It's a pun. It's a... yeah. Anyway, horoscope for the day. Daily horoscope. Daily horoscope. Let's see what the daily horoscope of the day is. We're gonna open up the internet again, because all we do is just browse the internet. Daily horoscope. Let's see. I am a Sagittarius. Let's see. An attempt was made. We tried. We tried. Alright, so our horoscope for today. The more action you take today, the bigger the hole you're apt to dig for yourself. Oh. You could be engaged in one of those situations where you say one thing and then are forced to stretch the truth or outright lie in order to defend your point. You're then put in a vulnerable position. Try your best to avoid this trap. Damn it, is this about the ducks? Is this about the... This is about the ducks. This is about the ducks. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. This is about the ducks. My general mood today is apparently I'm not in the mood for hustling. I'm honestly not feeling that great regarding anything, but the hustle is not here today. I guess I just won't try. It's all connected, and they say astrology isn't real. Let's see if another horoscope has something else to say. Let's see. My Sagittarius. Trust yourself enough to heal. It might be that you have spent a long time identifying an emotional that you have within. Maybe it doesn't align with your personal narrative of healing. The process may require you to dig deep. Ask yourself if it really benefits you to avoid seeking growth, because the truth may be that you're certain of your identity without the wound. Discover the person you could be if you gave ducks, I mean peace, a chance. My duck trauma. My duck destiny. This is not what I thought was going to happen today, but so here we are. Ducks. Let me see. Is there a daily ducks thing? Daily duck. The Daily Duck. Rubber Duck Museum. I just want a daily duck. Posting pictures of ducks daily. Sure. What's the daily duck for today? You haven't posted since 2020! What the fuck? What a waste of a site. Well, damn. No daily ducks for us. We just have... That's not a duck. I got... This just caught me off guard. It just caught me off guard. It just wasn't expecting a duck stream. What about DuckTales? I do like DuckTales. DuckTales is very good. Of all the characters in DuckTales, my favorite is Scrooge. I think he's a real one. It's not daily anymore. It's just my duck life. My stupid ducka life, I guess. My stupid duck life. I think the thumbnail for the best isn't you. You're so right about that. Let me save this picture. I'm gonna save it just for you. And you know, I had made a thumbnail for Resident Evil 2 stream. I will edit it though, just so it's this figure, even though he's for Resident Evil 4. We'll make it thumbnail. It'll be great. It'll be great. You must do daily ducks. I don't even know where to go with that. What does a daily duck entail? What does daily duck even entail? Am I supposed to just look up ducks? I don't know that much about ducks. All I know is that they haunt me. They just haunt me. They persist to remain in my life for some reason for today. That I just dodge this. What? Dodge what? Hello? My voice cracked. Oopsie. Not me drawing you as a duck. No! No, not duck. No, no, no. No. Oh my god. I'm gonna get sent a bunch of ducks. I'm gonna get drawn as a duck. I regret this stream. I regret this stream. You're supposed to duck. Daily duck. Okay, you know what? Fine. That'll be the daily duck then. You guys can just scream at me and say dodge this and all. That's the most I can duck. Unless I just actually... There, the daily duck. We're down here now. Does this please you? Does this please you? I'll be down here for the whole stream. I'm ducking. Get it? There, I'm embracing my inner duck now. I'm ducking. You know what? I feel like we could end the stream here. I think we could end here today. So anyway, we'll just end with Resident Evil Leon, just over here, like so. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I hope this was fun. It was, I like this shitty Leon figure. The fact that the shitty Leon figure has a worse paint job than the damn ducks is what sends me. Like, look at how sloppy it is on the fingers. It's so, like, look at that. Look at that. But the duck has, like, a cleaner paint job. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I think it's because it's an old action figure. Maybe. I don't think it is, though, but I would hope it's old. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be live again tomorrow, where we're going to be playing League of Legends. And there will be no ducks. At least, I don't think I could incorporate ducks. There's an Ari legendary where she has ducks. I don't own that skin though, so no ducks. No ducks! Thanks for the fun stream. Of course, I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all tomorrow at 11 a.m. EST. Watch them release the next champion. It's duck themed. I know what the next champion's going to be. And it's a Darkin. Not a Duckin. A Darkin. Okay? No ducks. No ducks, unless the one after that is duck themed. Anyway, thank you for being here, and I will see you then. So long, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a ducking good time. Bye. God damn it, I clicked the button and it's not working.